That's a
No. What's up, y'all? It's Thusi, baby. Today we got Lyceum, name pending, patent pending. And today we are here with another special guest. Introduce yourself to the people, man.
My name is Marco Alejandro Cortina. I'm from Brownsville, Texas. I study political science at George Washington University. And I like to skateboard, play guitars, play soccer. I'm an outside guy. I feel like that's a pretty good synopsis.
No, okay. That's the full government was crazy.
I know. It's not the full
But it's cool. We're back here. You know what I'm saying? We're doing this shit. It's been about 8 months, something like that, since I've done one of these. And today
we're gonna talk about Mexican comedy now.
do you think when non-Latino people say hola hola,
Hola, hola. No. You know?
or do you think when they say stuff like hola, do you think that's like a microaggression?
Nah, you know what my real
I
issue
feel like it's
is?
a microaggression.
My issue is if we go somewhere and let's say imagine we had a third guy with us and he was Mexican too. And we were only hanging out around in a group of white people and we had one more Mexican guy. And he kept talking to us in Spanish, but it's broken Spanish.
Yeah.
I'd be pissed, bro. I get pissed whenever that shit happens. Cause it's like, I get you want to practice Spanish. Don't fucking exclude people at the moment. You know, if you want to talk to me interpersonally in Spanish, we can practice together, sure way. I have no problem with that. But if it's just weird. You know, that's my honest to God pet peeve. Is if I'm in a group of people and another Spanish speaker is there and he only speaks to me in Spanish, it just feels disrespectful to everyone else there. It isn't an issue of don't speak Spanish around me. I'm not like that. It's just I don't like excluding people, and especially if it's for you, it kind of feels like you want the clout of it. You know what I mean?
Well, that's low hanging fruit. I feel like nobody reasonable would disagree with that.
Yeah. That's
Wait, pass me the cold brew or what?
Yeah, I got you.
Need a little buzz.
But that's my biggest pet peeve is that people dead ass move like that, and my issue is if the Spanish is super broken or it's
Or it's Puerto Rican, right?
Nah, I like Puerto Rican.
It's Dominican.
No,
I
like Caribbean.
Mama hecho.
Mama pinga. Yeah, they're cool to me. I like Peruvian. I mean, I'm not Peruvian. Peruvian Spanish is pretty. Peruvian Spanish is pretty easy to understand. I feel like any of the Spanish is pretty easy.
No, but I really do think I don't like it. Somebody says hola just because you're Spanish or Mexican. That feels like a microaggression.
I never really got pissed off with that because to me it was it's always because I'm always the only Mexican one there. And it's here, people are oh, you're Mexican. But when I go to DC, people can tell pretty quickly. And when I'm talking to people and they make a joke here and there, I don't really get pissed off. Just because it's almost empowering to have people shit on you. You know what I mean? Around my black friends, obviously, I'm gonna say I'm gonna insult them, but it's within reason. You know,
I feel like there's a lot of microaggressions that Mexicans let slide because at the end of the day, a lot of them want to pander to Americans.
Yeah, I mean,
and I feel like that's emblematic of a bigger problem.
Yeah,
in the Mexican sphere.
My issue is when people start asking really weirdly specific questions about
How
Mexican.
does the taste?
Yeah.
No, that's normal though.
That's
normal.
For me,
that's
it's
just food.
For me, it's when people are
maybe it is a microaggression.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
I feel like a lot of things are microaggressions.
If you look into it,
that they don't pick up on because no one introduces that thought into their head.
You know, my opinion on microaggressions is more so I don't think microaggressions really exist. At least in my opinion, I've had straight up aggressions, but microaggressions I don't really pick up on because it's I don't really care. Cause
just because you don't care doesn't mean they're not there.
Yeah, I guess. But there's one time I was hanging out with someone and this isn't even straight up a microaggression. He was what kind of Spanish is it that Mexicans speak? Is it or and that shit pissed me off.
That's low key fine. That's low key.
It was funny. It's funny when he said it, but the thing is he was another ethnicity that wasn't white, and it's I couldn't attack back because then it's
what was he?
He was Asian. And I was like,
oh, I'm about to pull Sierra.
I know. I didn't say anything back to him, but like, it's the same thing. I think I mean, I've been hanging around with like Haitians, and they'll like say like the word beaner or some shit, and they'll feel bad after explaining to them like, yo, beaner's fucked up, and they'll be like, you can call me the N word. I'm like, I'm good. Like I don't. What do I get out of that? You know, like what guarantees that y'all are not like? Cause I feel bad.
It's because in the current rules established by like the not Me Too movement, but you know the whole. No, what I'm saying is that there was a precedent established a long time ago, like mid 2000s, something like that. It's been evolving ever since, but there has been a precedent established that more or less all people adhere to, right?
Yeah.
And because of that precedent, it's difficult to understand gray areas.
Yeah.
Or areas that haven't been talked about yet because there's been no official opinion, established.
Okay, you have to wait till someone gets canceled for it.
What pisses me off is that, and this is something that now I remember, that the What If Altus guy brought up, which is, because he was talking about sex, love, and the history of that, right?
Yeah.
Dating back to like who God knows when. But he was basically saying how like, there are, of course, different like cultural ways of setting a culture up or ways of setting a society up.
Mm-hmm.
There are also, and people don't really talk about this or understand this, but there are different like ways societies can be essentially forced to be. For example, like in Thailand, the Philippines, they're forced to be slaves for a really long time.
Yeah.
And serfs, but like quote unquote serf, you're a slave with just extra steps.
Yeah.
And the thing is, he was talking about it in terms of love, but I took it in a different direction in my head, where I was thinking like, holy shit, well, if you're like a slave society for a long time, if you're underneath the thumb of somebody else, an oppressor, it causes the men and the women to act in very different ways.
Yeah.
One thing, because even though it happened to the Philippines, it also happened in Mexico too.
Yeah.
It made me wonder that, because what he said was that when like men are under, like he said it in general, but he used the example of when men are under that type of forced slaveship, and just basically an underclass, you're like lazy, you just like kind of like, he basically described a bunch of stereotypes that apply to Mexicans. I don't want to butcher what he's saying because it won't make sense, but essentially take stereotypes about like Mexican men, and that's what he was saying. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, why did he just describe like Mexican men? And so I wonder, like, is the way Mexican men act now in Mexico, and you know what I'm saying, possibly in the US too, is that an evolution or partially caused because of the fact we used to be like a slave caste? Obviously, it's the whole culture now, but there used to be a time where it was indigenous people and then like fucking Spanish people over them.
Yeah.
And I wonder if that still applies, especially because think about it too, the cartels are the new government, and the government is the new like managers. So what? People aren't slaves nowadays, but like, dude, you can't do shit.
I think what it is more so a question of, so one, it's also not a monolith. I think culturally you have different work ethics for different people.
No, just Mexicans.
Just Mexico.
Just
Exactly.
Mexicans.
That's why, like within Mexico, like not everyone is in Mexico is a mestizo, you know. Like not everyone is Spanish and indigenous. Like a lot of Mexicans are Arab now. A lot of Mexicans are Chinese. Or not to say Chinese, sorry. I say Chinese because in Mexico they say
Cancel.
yeah, because in Mexico people say chinos, but it's not right because there's a very big diaspora.
Don't worry, like
Asian community.
like people are getting canceled less and less. You can fuck up.
Oh no, but like even then it was a
Like, that's cool.
yeah, for sure.
That shit was good.
But you look at like Filipinos in Mexico, there's a lot of them. You look at Chinese people, Japanese people, Korean people. Actually, chamoy is an East Asian. Came from East Asians. You look at the cacahuates, like the ones in the little bags.
But I'm just talking about in general the average mestizo. You know what I mean?
The average mestizo, I think it really depends.
Because that really made me think, like, in America, obviously Mexicans here are different because you're exposed to American culture as opposed to just Mexican.
Mm-hmm.
But my thought is, what if, because of the whole like idea of they were slaves at one point, so they developed these certain habits because that's all they had. What if that carried over, and nowadays it explains a lot of why Mexicans just I don't know. It explains a lot of things, and I don't know. I'm just going off of that, but I don't know. I feel like I'm piecing together some kind of thread.
The only thing I've read about
Because
the consistency of Mexican culture is that it is a very masculine culture.
That's what they say, but that
by definition.
But that's, dude, hating your wife does not make you masculine.
No, it isn't that. That's not what they associate with the masculinity. They associate it with the idea of aggression, ambition, which, mind you,
but that's
are not traits that should only be attributed to masculine people.
Okay, yeah,
but it's like,
I get it.
For layman's terms, it's like, yeah, like that is.
Dude, you're not gonna get canceled. You'll be fine.
No, yeah, they literally just say that, like.
But like that doesn't apply to any like stereotypical Mexican I know.
Is that Mexicans are masculine?
Dude,
I would
the
say
average Mexican dude, he works hard. You know, he has a family. He drinks. He has friends. Like, but the aggression, the ambition, none of that applies.
You don't think that applies?
As a whole, no.
I think among ourselves, when you go into a different group of people, like you've hung around people who aren't just Mexican, and that shit is very different. It's a very different vibe because it's like. For Mexican culture, there's a thing called like cagando el palo. We do that a lot, or jocking. I think that's what it's called in the black community. But it's kind of like you rag on people, and it's easy to do. And the thing is, a lot of people don't like doing that. A lot of cultures don't really see that as like respect. Because like in Mexico, you respect someone when you shit on them, you know. And you
really?
Also, yeah.
Oh well, keep in mind I'm not like.
But it's also like you really do be shitting on people. Like it's if you like one or if you don't. But it's a constant. And it's another thing where Mexicans are very good at cruelty.
Dude, we're the best. Dude, we're like the best at that. Dude, us and black people are like the only ones who can like be cruel in a way that's. You still laugh, but it's like, damn, bro, that's like crazy.
Yeah, you look.
That's
like
crazy.
Mexican social media, a lot of the time they take pictures of indigenous people or like more indigenous people. And the whole joke is just that, oh, look, they're brown and they have that.
That's
nose.
Real life, though. That's some real life shit, bro.
Yeah.
That's some third world ass fucking.
Crazy ass colorism, dude.
It's not just, it's like, that's real life, too.
Yeah. They make fun of people. Oh, like, you know Toro Max? Did you ever hear about Toro Max?
Who's Toro Max?
Toro Max is a kid with he has a disability. I think he has a disability.
No, because I put it together in my head as soon as you said it.
Have you seen the video where it's like, hey, Toro Max? And he goes, like, he's
Dude, why did you laugh? What the fuck? Dude,
it's
stop
funny.
being ableist.
It's funny. But, like, the issue with Toro Max is, like, it really is a fucking, you're laughing at him. And, like, that's what, like, I realized that after, like, Toro Max was crying one day, bro, because of and I fucking love Toro Max, bro. He's a little cutie, bro. He's like a fucking, like, he just plays his iPad, he's just chilling. And he's out here getting shit on the internet, and it's not even, like,
his name is Toro Max.
Toro Max is a gangster, bro. He's just fired.
I can't really laugh at him. So mad. My name is Toro Max.
Bro, Venezuelans got names like Rael Corazon, right? Like,
that's a hard name, though.
Rael Corazon is like Adolf Hitler.
No, but I really do think I'm pulling a thread out of like a ball of yarn. Because I really feel like I'm onto something. Because my entire life, I've felt like a weird. I think it's because I'm more American than I'll ever be Mexican. So I can look at it from more objective.
Than I've been Mexican too. I think.
Say Sprite.
Sprite.
Now say it without forcing it.
Sprite, bro. Sprite.
Say car.
It's just a car, bro. Way bad.
Alright,
dude, imagine if you were like, say truck and I go yonke.
No, but I really think I am pulling something which is true, which is based on a variety of things. Like Mexican men don't have balls, and because they don't have balls, like we're stuck in this culture of like, I don't know, just work hard and that's it. I just want better for my people.
I think Mexicans got balls, but the thing is, like, you start looking at
they don't. Though.
I was reading about this
because another thing of like not adolescence, but I think like the fact that Mexicans like joke so much is another symptom of like, oh, we didn't have anything better to do but rag on each other because we had no power anywhere else.
Well, I disagree with the point that they're look, children, and this is where it's gonna get a little bit like tangenty, but children have they bind you politically, socially, and economically because you have another thing to look after. And when you become a father or a mother, that becomes your number one priority.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So whereas white people maybe have kids in their 30s, they have at least a period of 10 to maybe 10 to 15 years of political agency, economic agency, your social agency. You're able to have all these experiences and build upon them and kind of like define yourself before you define yourself as a father, or like, you know, by your own terms rather than something other.
I know what you're saying. Like, you have a period where you don't have anyone except your own thoughts.
Yeah, whereas Mexicans, it's kind of like you work hard, then you have that kid, then you work hard for them. And then that's how the cycle begins, and you die at a young age because you worked yourself to death. And I think that's what
We're
more
kind of
so,
like octopus.
yeah, kind of like
We don't have enough time to like develop anything before we die.
yeah, and I think that's more so what the issue is. It's just like you have kids, you're just able to kind of bind yourself. But I think that's why people are like, oh, like, where's the Mexican ambition? Why haven't they done anything? But it's because it's family oriented, because people still have that idea that you have to have a family at a young age, and family is the first thing that comes. You know, it isn't building wealth for your kids, it's sustaining yourself just enough.
I feel like, although you have a point, I feel like there's bullshit in that, because white people, and keep in mind this before like falling birth rates and shit,
Yeah.
white people, they have had families forever, but
Yeah.
they still pushed forward and did shit, right?
Because it's easier for them too as well.
Paul, I think you're saying the truth there, but I think there is an idea of that you have a family and your life stops. But I feel like that isn't necessarily true, because we have the example of like as a race, like white people have like continued to push forward, regardless of other factors. Obviously, it's easier, blah blah blah. But like go back in time, 1900s, 1800s, 1700s, they were still having family, but they were still pushing, right?
I mean,
I feel
we're
like
talking
there's a
about
point there.
European innovation versus anyone else, like Arabs also innovated. We wouldn't have math without them. Like same shit with the Indians.
Do Arabs like have kids at an earlier age too, or is it?
Yeah, they do. They
Yeah.
get married at fucking.
Well, I mean, they had the
12 or
golden age
so.
and shit, but
Yeah, they had the golden age. I mean, like any society, I think, is able to have been pushed forward. I mean, shit, like Mexicans, even before we had the fucking technology to understand astronomy, like they did that.
I think maybe I'm just harping on because I'm just mad at people here.
Mexicans built the first like colored television. You know, like that's like there's a lot of things that I think Mexico has done and contributed to, and I don't think that Mexicans necessarily are like a group of people who are unable to change or innovate. I think it's just like you look at the factors, and obviously within any group there's going to be people who are pushing the envelope forward because they have the ability to and they have the resources, and you have people who can't. Like, do I expect the next Bill Gates to come out of Sudan? No. Fuck no, dude. It makes perfect sense that he came out of Seattle. It's the melting pot. Like, it's like, where else would the Grateful Dead be as big? Like, imagine you in the 60s, where the fuck would you put Grateful Dead? It would be in San Francisco, easy. Like,
Okay.
you know, there's a mecca for everything, and it breeds shit.
I guess I just want to introduce it to the popular consciousness of like Latino America,
Also,
or especially Mexicans.
also Mexicans, so
'Cause I feel like-
masculine, they turn gay. Luchadors?
What, they're all gay or what?
No, it's a hyper masculine thing. But once you reach a certain point of hyper masculinity,
I feel like you call it masculinity, but I don't know if it is.
You don't think
I would
oil
need to- I would
wrestling
need to-
is masculine as fuck? Like the Turkish dudes?
No, Turkish
That
boy.
shit is masculine as fuck. Like unfortunately, that is the most manly thing I think you could do, is just be a hairy, fucking oiled up dude flipping another dude. That's pretty masculine. Does it look goofy as fuck? Yeah, bro. Because that's what hyper masculinity is.
I just wish other people not thought the way I do, but understood that, like, it's not weird that your dad just works every day and that's all he does.
I mean, that's how I know my dad.
Huh?
That's how I know my dad, but also it's like, I respect it because it's a hustle. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
you
no, you're
gotta
right.
do what you can.
You're right.
And it's like, I think, you see, this idea of, oh, we work and that's all we do, I don't think that's what it is. I think when you work for other people.
You
But
wanna relax.
not in the sense of like, oh, I'm working for this guy, but it's like literally like, I have a family, I love my family so much, I'm gonna sacrifice my time and myself for them. And I think that's where it comes from. That's where it's like I need to do what I can right now, today. Not about long term, for a lot of people.
Yeah. I think I have some kind of disconnect here that I'm not seeing, but honestly, I think it just comes from like the valley thing too. I look around and it just the guys piss me off.
Oh, the
The
dudes
guys
piss
piss
me
me
off.
the
But
fuck
the thing
off.
is, like, bro, there's so many fucking soy boys, and then you got like these fucking chuds who are like driving trucks all the time. Like literally, like honestly, like you can't really win being from here, bro. Like you're either like you're too modern, you're gay. You're not modern enough, you're gay. You're just gay, bro.
Dude, I saw this chick who like was on TikTok and she moved to the valley like 3 weeks ago or something, and she posted a TikTok that blew up. It was like, guys, is there anything to do in the valley? And the comment section was like 1,000 long of just people saying no.
But you see, that's another issue. Be the change you want to see. Like, what the fuck? I used to think the valley was lame as fuck, and then I started going to places. Like, bro, there's a festival tomorrow. Like, there's
Hey,
shit to
shout
do.
out Sauce House, because Sauce House actually did something.
What do they do?
They were, it's weird talking like a historian about something that doesn't exist anymore.
Is it like the bummer shed?
I think maybe they were also Bummer Shed or some shit. But essentially, like they would just throw like not punk but like rock indie type festivals, not festivals but like events.
Oh,
and everyone pulled
in
up
the backyard. Is it that one?
either backyards or like a garage, and like
I know what you're
everyone would
talking
pull
about.
up,
Yeah,
and they had band after band, and everyone pull up, and that was in McAllen. I don't know if that was the only one, but I mean, we all know McAllen's like whitewashed, so like there it was cool as fuck, cause like, damn, bro, you're actually doing shit.
I think Brownsville low-key has it
Brownsville has it way better
right now.
I mean, it's more spread out, but there's more here.
Yeah.
In McAllen, it'd be cool because McAllen is where everyone looks at.
Yeah, because like that's where you have like it's the intersection of like all the valley. It's just in the middle of it. I feel like if Brownsville was like had a better location or like more people, I don't know. But like we're kind of like
That's why I feel like it would have to be McAllen.
It would have to be, but I think Brownsville's better at it right now.
Brownsville is way better.
The scene in Brownsville right now is miles ahead of anywhere else in the valley. I feel.
Why you say that?
Because you look at bands like Glare.
Glare was cool. Glare was cool.
Glare,
hey, shout out Glare.
Shout out Glare.
Shout out Glare.
Guy works
we were
at
in that
Home
bitch.
Depot, right over there.
We were in that bitch going crazy.
Shout out Glare. Shout out Violetta. Shout out fucking Cannon and the Dealers.
Cannon and the Dealers was crazy.
Violetta
we were in that
just.
bitch going
I like
crazy.
Violetta.
Nah, it's crazy too because my grandma's like black, but she's not black. You know what I mean?
I mean, yeah, but
like, so I know what you mean when you say like, damn, it really could be anywhere.
Yeah, I mean, you really can never tell sometimes. Like, I have a homie, Christian. I remember one time, and I feel so bad about this, bro. It was my English class, and my fucking English teacher was super woke, but like to the point where it almost became like horseshoe theory. She was dead ass like, oh, like, is this fool like we had a whole debate on whether or not he was black in class.
About who?
My fucking classmate, Christian.
In front of him?
In front of him.
What the fuck is wrong with her?
I don't know.
That's like a weird power. That's like so many layers of like fucked up.
You're literally sent by the government too to like go teach in an inner city school, and then like that's the first thing you say is like, hey, like, is he black or not? And we have a whole debate in class, and I remember just saying like, I remember in that debate I was like, Mexicans can be black, and that was my only thing I wanted to say because I don't know what the fuck to say because like we look at his hair, it's like.
He has like every feature.
That ass, bro. He had like every feature, but the thing is
Wait,
like,
what do you look like? Describe him and I'll tell you what he is.
his head is in the shape of a Whopper, like the little like candy from the movie theaters, like a Malteser, like a little ball.
Oh, he has a round head. He has a moon
like,
face.
yeah,
He has a moon circle.
Moon circle face.
Okay.
He has
Asian.
He has a big nose.
Okay. Wait, big how?
Like wide. It's pretty wide.
Like black? He has a black nose?
I think so, but it's like Mexicans also got that nose. Like I don't.
Well, okay.
It's really hard to tell. You know
Okay,
what
so
I mean?
it's like it's in the gray area.
It's literally like the perfect gray area. Like he could have told me he was Dominican. I would have.
Is it like pointy or is it like sunken in?
It's like sunken in a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
That's why.
And what else? What does eyes look like?
Also round. He's usually ultra moon face. But the thing is, his facial hair is what makes me think he might not be black.
Straight beard.
It's kind of like straight beard, but it's like also kind of patchy. I don't know.
Oh.
Like, and the thing is like we just deadass don't know. Like, he's never let his hair grow out like too much.
Oh, is his hair? Oh,
it's
he has a buzz
right
cut?
here. It's like not even a buzz cut. It's like maybe like 1 or 2 inches, but it's like stuck to his head. So it's like
stuck to his head, like curly.
Like curly, yeah. I think like maybe like 3 seasons or some shit like that.
Well, then he has to have black in him.
I would assume
you can't have curly hair without having black in him.
I don't know.
You can have wavy hair and shit, but you can't have curls without black.
Yeah, nah, he's probably black.
Yeah. Dude, I wish I had curly hair.
I I'm good on that.
Well, because I would do so many stuff, bro. I would do so much shit. I'm limited by the technology of my time.
Bro, you just go to perm. Go to perm and fry
Dude,
your
that's
head.
what everybody says, and I'm like, no, that's cheating.
That's gay.
That's
Too.
cheating.
Like no offense to gay people. Also, when
Yeah,
we
you're
use the
getting
word
canceled.
gay, we use it in the 2008 context.
I was gonna say,
Because
like,
we live in Texas, it's easy to do.
I was gonna say, like, what do you think about slurs that aren't the N word? Or sorry, not the N word. Slurs that aren't. What do you think about slurs that aren't racial?
Slurs that aren't racial.
Like bitch, beep,
Beep, beep, beep.
gay.
I think there's levels to it. I think calling shit gay is like more like gaming terminology. Like that's like whatever.
Dude, big on the gaming terminology.
Yeah, but I think it's also like it's because if you mean it, like if you dead ass
That's
mean
different.
it,
That's
it's
way
different.
different.
Whereas
That's way
like you're
different,
kind of like
bro.
just jerking. Like if we're just jerking, like oh that thing's gay or like oh that
Dude,
thing's lame.
Did you get,
But
nobody
like,
says jerking, bro.
nah, we're just jerking. We're just joshing. But I think slurs like the B word. I think it's funny.
The B word?
The bitch. I think it's cool sometimes, but it's also like I would never call a woman that. Or like
have you ever met Huda?
no, but I would forgive her. That's a woman. I forgive.
See, that's the thing, bro. You can't have feminism when you have things like this.
Like,
But nobody
like-
wants feminism.
I think that's another point. I think people.
Nobody wants real feminism.
Which is.
I was a real feminist.
Which is.
Well, I am a real feminist, but like that doesn't allow me to. Be
I don't know how you
productive in the world.
define feminism. I mean, I'm just in support of
Well,
equality. I
feminism
think women-
isn't feminism like equality between the sexes,
Yeah.
right? And so you would imagine that entails a whole host of things.
Yeah, I don't think it means equality in every single aspect. Like obviously. Like,
See, that's
roles-
where you're wrong. What the
roles
fuck
are-
does that mean? What do you mean it doesn't mean equality in
In
all aspects?
Every single aspect.
In every reasonable aspect. There's like the wage gap and shit like that. That's like something you can't, you as an individual can't control for.
But
like,
I took a
what-
class on this for a bit.
Oh my god. What are you gonna say?
It was women in the workforce. I was the only dude in that class. And
Okay,
I
what do you
dropped
think
it.
of the idea that the wage gap isn't caused by necessarily men being paid more than women due to some sexist shit, but instead
You're saying the jobs that they take?
it's in the jobs that they take?
You see, I've seen that point made a lot.
What do you,
It doesn't
what do you
work
think?
out that way because
The math doesn't math?
well, you see, when they say that they make the same, we're talking about the same jobs. It's not just in general, but it's like for the same job, women will still make less.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like you look at like most like big companies, the women aren't making.
Dude, we should title this episode Tortas City.
Yeah, bro, that's.
Dude, I forget what his name, but the ex-NBA player who was like, I'm never going to San Antonio.
Oh, fucking Charles Barkley.
Charles Barkley, the bitch is fat in San Antonio.
It's fucking hilarious.
We were talking about the wage gap and how it's not actually caused due to different jobs. It's caused by like women not asking for, or sorry, women not making the same in the same jobs.
Well, it's even the same point is like you look at the women who are like, I think it was in Finland. This was in Europe because there was a study done in Finland because they recently made it a point to make it paying men and women different amounts illegal for the same work and if they were qualified the same. Because women
I feel like
typically
that should have been in the
That should've
beginning.
just- I
That
know.
should have just been there.
I don't know why the fuck.
Well, no, because another point that people make is that women want to ask for raises at the same rate as men. So obviously men are going to make more
Well,
because they push for it.
Women are also at risk of being called a bitch if they are asking for raises. A lot of the time.
Do you mean being fired or what do you
just
mean
like
hazing?
just having like that connotation of just being like, oh, because like when a man is ambitious, that's good, right? But if a woman's too ambitious, they're a bitch, and like that's like it's not right. That's the way that people see it. You know?
So she's gonna get called names.
Yeah,
That's
or
what
it's just
they're
like her
saying?
perception just might be a little bit off. You know what I mean? Like, also women have to be more qualified for the same positions as men.
I would agree. I feel like I've seen evidence for that too.
Yeah, like
I'm going off of feelings. You're probably going off more information. I do feel like there is a point though. I feel like men and women, the wage gap isn't, at least from what I've seen, I feel like the wage gap isn't what was popularized. The idea of like, oh, they will legit just pay men more because of like, oh, they just like men more.
yeah.
Dude, guys in positions of power like women. They want more women. So I feel
but
like
not to like uplift them.
no, but being horny makes you do a lot of things.
Yeah,
Like
but not
hiring a woman.
Yeah, but it won't make you give them like good money out of
I
the
mean,
kindness of your heart and for the productivity that they're
I mean, not
producing.
only that, wouldn't you imagine the wage gap would be either lessened or reversed
Like
due
more
to
pronounced.
like maybe more pronounced, but I've heard that women are getting hired way more than men now, and I wonder how true that is. I really wonder.
I really wish I looked at that.
I don't want to say I know what's going on, but like, I don't know.
Women do have more secure jobs than I think, though. But also, you know, you look at the wage gap, and this is another thing. Women have this thing, and I don't know if you know this. It's called sometimes you have to give birth, and sometimes when you're giving birth, that's time where you can't work. And then that time that you can't work, it's harder to ask for those promotions because you're like literally out for like an unspecified amount of time depending on who you're working for. So it really is like when you have a child, you have to deal with emotional labor at your job, one, which is like that's external. Your job really doesn't have anything to do with that. Like, yeah, whatever, you have to deal with shitty people, everyone deals with that. Fine, whatever, I can discard that point. But the other one is when you're at home, who takes up most of the responsibilities at home? Usually the women, you know, or it's like you look at who is kind of able to keep working longer, and men's working careers last longer because they don't have these gaps of, oh, I have to go raise my child at the same rate that women do.
Look, call me crazy, but women really aren't equipped to work. You know what I mean?
It's a little crazy.
No,
like, are you
because
coming from the sense of I see where you're coming from.
I'm coming
but
from
I
the
just
sense
disagree.
of, dude, women legit like are just not built to work. They're built to like nurture. Not on no like, oh, like fucking women need to stay in the house, but just like how are we set up for like biologically, physiologically, how do you say it? Physiologically, like how are we set up? You know what I mean?
I think,
and I feel like that's something a lot of people discard.
A lot of it's cultural, though. You have some cultures that
You
kind
really
of
think
have
it's cultural?
100%. A lot of cultures have men that are the ones who look after the children,
Like
and
what?
women are the ones who toil. I think it's in somewhere in Africa. It's like not a pygmy tribe, mind you. Pygmy is also an outdated term, but there's like, you don't say a tribe.
You want to compare a pygmy tribe to a 21st century like job?
Well, that's different because that's the product of capitalism. You know, so it's
But
cultural.
but
It's
that's not
culturally
what I'm arguing.
reinforced. It's culturally reinforced that women and men have these roles, and that's my argument. It's just that I don't think there's a physiological reason for it. Yeah, women have to breastfeed the baby and shit.
Dude,
like
what
that.
are you talking about?
But like,
dude,
that's
women are not suited to like hunt as good as men. They're not suited to. Okay, and keep in mind. Let me go on this point. They're not suited to hunt as good as men. Their attention span is able to do multiple things, right? Not in the sense that like you literally can juggle multiple things, but you're just able to divert your attention.
Well,
the way they socialize, the way they do, I don't know. The way it's hard to bring up examples without saying certain things that sound like sexist, right? But essentially, like
you're getting there.
No, but literally, because you have to keep in mind. We are, in a sense, animals. Maybe we do have a soul. Maybe we do have other things, but in a sense, we are animals, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I feel like the ground level informs everything above it. And so, if we're baseline, we are like part animal. There are certain things that are either sex is more equipped for more than the other. It just happens to be that in the human Homo sapien race, women were evolved to like be the nurturers, caregivers. Men evolved to be the ones to like go get shit to keep everybody alive.
Well, I mean, even then, like, we're not doing that in the 21st century anymore.
No,
like,
we're not. But I feel like more people would be happy if that's the way shit was set up.
I think, well,
and when
you're
say
fighting
that,
for your life every day. Look, my ex used to say this. Mind you, she was from Haiti, and she was like, depression doesn't exist in a third world country because you're scared the whole time. Like, you don't have time for depression. Yeah, you'd probably be happier because you were worrying about other shit. You don't have leisure the same way you do. But even then, like right now in the society that we live in, and the idea of productivity and the idea of marketability, you need to push out a product in any way, and it could be a public utility. You know, women obviously working for electrician companies or whatever like that, but or even companies such as cigarette companies, car companies, stuff like that. It helps with the marketability. It helps look for having a different eye on things. Like a really shitty anecdote would be like the Mad Max movie Fury Road. That was edited by a woman who doesn't like action movies. That's the reason they chose her. It's the same thing with this one skate video with fucking Mark Gons in the early 90s. It's like you get people who have a fresh lens on shit, and women a lot of the time do have those fresh lenses because they've been kicked out of like these spaces. And it's important to have these different viewpoints.
Fresh lens on what?
On like different interpretations of shit. Like you look at like
Interpretation like art, like artistically.
not even just artistically, like
Because if you tell a woman who's never been an electrician to come learn how to be an electrician, she might have some novel
she was a
ideas.
movie editor, but just not an action movie editor.
Well, I'm not talking about art. I'm talking about like shit that, like real life shit.
Oh, okay. So like companies, or because companies is pretty easy to point at. Like obviously, like there were makeup companies I believe in the 20s that were faltering because the way that they would market to women just wasn't right because they had no women in the boardroom.
I'm talking about people. I'm talking about the average person. I don't want to talk about exceptions or special people or like Ubermensch type people who are like just good at shit. Because I want to talk about the average person.
I think the average woman, if they want to work, they should. Like,
I don't disagree.
yeah.
But I'm looking at things in terms of what will make people the happiest. And I feel like, obviously,
agrarian society probably.
I would say hunter-gatherer, but
That is agrarian.
Is that what agrarian means?
I think so.
I thought agrarian is like referring to like grain, like culture, like
Just cultivating, but it's like on a smaller scale.
Yeah, that's what I thought it meant.
Yeah, which I think everyone would just be happier just having like a yield and just chilling with that.
Well, the other thing is, I believe that the myth of like hunter-gatherers has been dismantled. The myth, not the myth of them existing, but the myth of like they live like savage, hard lives and shit. Like I feel like hunter-gatherer, like for example, I watched a video that was talking about how it was basically debunking people who were saying that hunter-gatherer societies weren't like super violent shit.
Mm-hmm.
He's basically saying like, if we look towards the past, how people lived in the very beginning, it's nomadic tribes of like 150 or less, like that go around, do shit, have temporary housings, and share things, and like everyone helps each other out and shit. And if you look how that translates to today, nobody's getting what they want. No, they're like, I'm talking about in terms of averages. Nobody's getting what they want.
Yeah.
Guys have to do like a bunch of shit. Girls have to do a bunch of shit. Which would be cool if the first world wasn't collapsing in on itself. I would agree if the first world was continuing and we were chugging along and everything was getting better or staying the same, I'd be like, dude, yes, like let's evolve past these primitive things which could help us or hold us back, but we can go a step above. We can transcend to a different type of human being.
Yeah,
but we're not, dude. The first world's collapsing, dude. Where everything's fucking falling apart.
Because late stage capitalism. You see,
I know. We're literally reverting back to more and more primitive forms. I mean, is it any wonder Trump got elected? You know what I mean?
I mean, he didn't legally get elected, in my opinion.
I don't know about that. I can't speak to that right now.
I can't speak to that, but I have a gut feeling. I don't think he should.
I can't speak to that right now.
Elections.
What I'm saying is that, bro, the worse shit gets, the more we realize what truly makes us happy. And it's weird how we're all collectively waking up. The collective is waking up to that shit, right? Because I feel like the more and more you strip away, the more and more you see what is important to you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
And I feel like people are understanding that happiness is more important than anything else. Because we were sold a lie that like, oh, we're gonna be fucking, you can do whatever you want. You can do this, you can do that.
Suburban home and chill.
All that shit is a lie to us, and we're like, oh my god, like, dude, what the fuck is like life worth living? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, shit.
I don't want to ramble, but essentially that.
I think there's a space for growth in the first world. It's gonna collapse in on itself eventually because in order for the first world to exist, you need to have core and periphery states. You need to have people who benefit the most from, like mining emeralds and shit like that. And you need to have people who or under, because that's the way the first world couldn't exist without the second or third world.
Do you? That's another good question to ask you. Do you think that's wrong?
Yeah.
Why?
Pretty
why,
easily. I think imperialism in any way is bad.
Why?
I believe in the freedom of people more than anything. That's the
detriment?
reason I do everything. That's the reason.
Because keep in mind, this dynamic only exists because that's the frame of reference we're given from birth, right? Yeah. I mean, we could obviously
constructivism.
Nah, I don't know about that. But
it's constructivism, bro. If you're giving a framework.
Because the other thing is, like, we are missing a lot of the history. Not missing history in the sense that it's not there, but we're not taught from an early age the way old societies live.
Yeah, I think
we're
also just not taught that there's other alternatives that could work or couldn't. You know, because it's obviously like there's almost this fatalism that exists when it comes to capitalism and the response to it, because a lot of people are like, well, what can you do? And I fall into that framework as well. I mean, what can you do? And it's just do what you can.
Well, I wasn't going to go in that direction. What I was going to say is that if you look across time backwards, you see that what's happening now isn't new. It isn't even like special.
Yeah.
This shit has happened time immemorial over and over and over again.
Yeah, history repeats itself.
But the difference is like people have different opinions on how things how people have different levels of okayness with what's going on.
Yeah.
Like, for example, you say imperialism is bad. Somebody else could argue, why is it bad that my people are elevated, even if it costs someone else something? Obvious, the way the world is a finite place with finite resources, and if we live in a society that we want to go up, if we have to push other people down, so be it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
That's my issue is where the ends start when you start to use the, and this isn't just for you, but it's just like in general, like when you.
I'm just saying what other people would say.
Yeah, I know. I for me it's just like I don't think the ends justify the means, just because you look at the suffering that's happening, and it's like the way I think about it is like. People across the sea, people anywhere, they love just like we do, they live just like we do, they die just like we do, you know, and it's like, it's natural, and I don't think that us going overseas and holding guns to a bunch of kids to make them like mine lithium for our vapes is like valid, you know what I mean? Like I wish there was a way that they could be reimbursed a little bit more. Like it's the same thing with anything. It's like I'm not coming out here and asking for a complete restructuring of everything. I'm just saying that I think that people deserve a little bit more dignity, and if we're stuck in this kind of framework, we should at least do the best that we can to be less cruel. You know what I mean? Because it's like I have faith, because looking back on time, I think we're a little bit less cruel than we were like 500, 600 years ago. It was easier to be more cruel, is what I'm saying. Not that cruelty doesn't exist today, or that like it even gets the attention that it deserves, but just that like it, you know, it's a little bit harder to get away with being a piece of shit, and I think that's cool. And
I want people to be free, the way you said.
Yeah, that's the only reason we do it.
But I wonder how much brainwashing goes into my thinking. You know, because it's very easy to justify why you should fuck someone else over to elevate yourself when you live in a society like this.
You know, it's easier to do it when you don't have to look at them. So
that's why
they delegate.
But it's weird too, because in history people have done that to their face.
Yeah.
They're like, I'm literally gonna conquer you, and it's not because it's right. It's for example, when Thucydides wrote about the Athens taking over like a small country that was allies with Sparta. And they said the whole thing of, we're going to conquer you, and it's not because it's right, it's not because it's wrong, it's just because we can.
Oh yeah, I remember that shit.
And to counter the point that I'm making, right, not to be schizo, but like, you can't be a fucking psychopath to everybody. People are going to gang up on you, right?
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Happens too quickly.
But
it's a hard power versus soft power.
But I think honestly, soft power. What would you say about soft power? Is soft power wrong too?
Nah,
soft power influencing people to give you what you want.
It's wrong. It's more manipulative, but the thing is, it also, you can have soft power in a way that also elevates other people. So if you look at a place like, I can't really think of any good examples because they're all like international, like just countries.
It's all like hard power.
Yeah, and countries, even when they use soft power, it's like kind of evil. Like you look at China and what they're doing in Africa, and what they're doing is they're investing.
Dude, they're fucking Africa over hard.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't like that.
Yeah, they are fucking them over hard. It's just long term, so you don't feel it.
Yeah, it's long term, but you're also like, oh my god, like we're building them infrastructure. How can you be mad? But it's also like,
but we're in charge of everything.
Yeah, we own the ports now. It's just
we own everything. You fuckers have.
America is mad at that because they didn't come up with it first.
Dude, the Americans are like kicking themselves. Dude, the fucking
choking themselves.
Dude, fucking the Rothschilds are like seething right now.
I know the Rothschilds are trying to figure out how to do that shit to Albuquerque.
It's kind of disgusting, like how they want to do it here. Yeah. But see, that's crazy. We're arguing in favor of them doing it somewhere else, not here.
Nah, I don't want them to do it here. They're doing it here. It's just in different levels, in different ways. Like SpaceX is 7 times more dangerous to work at than any other industry, or within the same industry. Like you're more likely to get injured, and the thing is like it's because of the lack of safety provisions. It's because like they'll be like, yeah, but in SpaceX they have pizza parties and shit like that. Not for fucking your uncle, bruh. Not for fucking Theo Miguel way. They're doing that shit for like Sarah from fucking Syracuse, bruh. Like it's not for us.
I'm scared of like not viewing reality the way it is, you know, because we come up with all these like nice ideas of like freedom, people should have rights and shit, but that's not how the real world works. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, have you ever looked to see what's happening? I mean, you study global shit. You see how bad it is outside of places like the first world. Yeah. Right? I mean, people fuck goats. Dude, people fuck goats.
Mr. Hands, bro, he did it in fucking
Turbo Max or what you say?
No. Mr. Hands, bro, it's the guy who fucked a horse and died. He was in the U.S.
No, he got by a horse. Yeah. He didn't fuck the horse.
Well, he got fucked by a horse, yeah.
Yeah. This part, I feel like it needs to get beat down because that's like too traumatic.
Yeah. Don't Google Mr. Hands.
I'm just saying, like, it's scary that most of the time you have to choose the lesser of two evils because there's no like perfect society you can make.
100%.
Like, soft power is probably like the best you can get.
Well, yeah.
So like, what do you do? You have to accept that you have to push people out of the way to get what you want.
Well, soft power.
And I think a lot of people don't realize that.
It's a way to cling on to legitimacy. It's like if I'm in power and people aren't scared of me, but instead they want to work with me because they like me. Like that'll keep you attract more.
That's way better.
Bees with honey. That's why soft power works more than hard power. Like Aztecs, perfect example of using hard power.
They're disgusting look.
Yeah.
Dude, the meme of like Chad and it's like the sacrifices will stop.
Yeah. They didn't believe that shit. They stuck up the sacrifices.
I really wonder. Like, I want to look into that.
Yeah. I mean, shit. The Aztecs was like they had cool shit. I think culturally it was very awesome, but like the human sacrifices, I honestly don't even take that much of an issue with, which I know a lot of people might like be like, what the fuck?
That's crazy.
But it's like, if they chose to be sacrificed.
Well, I thought most of them weren't chosen. It was like you're gonna get sacrificed. Of war. You're gonna get sacrificed. Like, and it's not, and you're like not Aztec. You're like a random tribe that we just took.
Yeah, straight up. I mean, hey, it's fucked up. It's fucked up, and I think it's evil. But is it more evil than bombing a city?
But if they had the technology, you don't think they would have just set up like a conveyor belt of like sacrifices?
Oh yeah, dude. There's so many, dude. Oh, bro. I wish the Industrial Revolution happened in Mexico in the fucking 2nd century, bro.
The priest is like.
It's like a trapdoor.
No, I imagine it like a factory where they assemble shoes, but except you're disassembling people.
Imagine if they like built a fucking lightning rod and they just like strap people to like the chair.
Dude, just keep electrifying you. They have like the wackiest forms of torture. There's like a knife they drop. And it just keeps dropping.
I know the first guy who got his chest ripped open was like, what the
fuck?
He was like, you guys are for real?
I just imagine the priests have like a claw machine and it's like scooping your heart out and they're like, shh, and the guy, they're like, dude, left, right. They're like,
just blowing up organs. Nah, dude, it's fucked up. But like, unironically, the fucking...
You don't think if the Aztecs had a chainsaw, they wouldn't chainsaw people?
The obsidian chainsaw goes crazy though. You fucking like you watch your whole family. Like,
you're up next on the conveyor belt. You're like no.
No, and the thing is, what they would do is they would throw your fucking like parts out so that way people would eat them,
bro.
Okay, but wait, that comes from Spanish records, so I don't believe that happened. I don't think that the human sacrifices were as bad as in my.
A wood chipper would be like worse. Like a wood chipper.
Oh, if you go to feet first.
No, a wood chipper, because you know they threw the body down the stairs. The wood chipper is pointed towards the stairs, so like the guts are flying out of the temple.
Oh my god! You know, I heard that's how they got smallpox, is because of the Spanish. They sacrificed the Spanish guy.
You deserve it at that point.
Yeah,
you're fucking killing people
because he had smallpox in his fucking like in his system, and they ate him.
If you sacrifice somebody and they give you a disease, that's low key God stepping in.
You should have cooked them first.
Dude, I feel like if the Aztecs had like, dude, they would probably like imagine a streamer, but he's streaming like it's like UFC where they're like.
Has someone made an AI video of that yet? Like a fucking like pretending you're like you do that and post it on fucking YouTube.
I'll probably blow up.
Yeah, YouTube Shorts and just keep posting like POV you're getting sacrificed. And
POV, you're streaming the sacrifices.
Yeah.
Dude, and people keep donating roses on live.
Wait, instead of like roses, it was like corn.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's like a galaxy is like the serpent god. What's his name? The Huichilopochtli.
Isn't the serpent god Quetzalcoatl?
Quetzalcoatl. You like spam Quetzalcoatl's in the chat.
Yeah, dude, I was fucking. Quetzalcoatl is lit.
Dude, and the keyboards are like stone instead of plastic.
Oh yeah, it's like sticky keys.
Dude. Oh my god, that'd be so funny.
Kai Cenat. I wish they.
The Kai Cenat of Aztecs.
Dude, I would kill him.
Kai Cenat the Cuarto.
Kai Tenochtitlan. Alright, I feel like this is it.
Shit, well, appreciate y'all coming out. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
We'll be back with like a way funnier one. This one was like so information intensive.
It was ideological.
Yeah.
Right.
Keep in mind, I don't agree with anything I said that's controversial. Everything I said controversial was just I heard it from somebody.
Yeah, and I don't have any beliefs. Also, I would like to explain the Lenin poster if that comes out. That's ironic.
Why do you have a Lenin poster?
It's from Morocco.
Didn't he like kill millions of people?
It's from Morocco. Hey, no, Lenin was chiller.
He looks like he would kill millions of people.
No. The scary one is fucking Stalin.
The scary one is the girl monster one.
Oh no, the other side is scarier. It's like an actual just face.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, I like this one because of what it says there. In the bottom.
Monster, or what does it say?
Nah, it says some shit about like algorithms and like how people should do better to like talk to other people.
No, that's fine.
That's why I agree with it, and that's why it's a picture of two
people. Oh, Dan, do you want to
talking.
explain some of them, like your favorites?
Yeah, so there's a labor sticker that's from a skate shop. I got a lot of these I got with my ex-girlfriend. Just at like random like
shout out her.
Shout out her. She was pretty chill. We would just go to like poster stores and just like buy like cards. A few were from my university's museum, and a lot of them are from local artists as well, or CD cassettes that I take the artwork out and I pin them on the wall.
Dude, I'm more a hat for the next one. I feel like my hair looks so bad, y'all. What you think of the hair? Drop a comment.
Yeah.
Okay. I think maybe I'll have to change the angle, but because I don't want to look like a fat fuck. Oh, I mean, you should check out the Tony podcast. I mean, he said whatever he wanted.
Yeah, he did say whatever he wanted.
I mean,
but Tony wasn't getting poked at. Like,
if I ever
like honestly, if you get Tony and a third person to instigate, that's when you get Tony rolling. Because you gotta get Tony as Tony.
No, I don't want Tony as
Not
Tony.
Tony as Antonio.
I can't release Tony as Tony.
You would have to like give him a face mask with.
Give him like the anonymous face mask.
Or yeah, bro, low key, or like give him like a shiesty or something.
We are anonymous.
Give him a shiesty.